What's up, guys? Here we are in Bedford, spreading poo. It's been a while since I've done a live stream. Just been busy. Figured we could start off with headlands. So, since the last time I was playing this game, there's now the glance mod. Works really well for keeping an eye on everything around the farm. Capacities of vehicles. I saw that there was a course play out as well. I haven't yet installed that. Kind of curious to see how that works. Haven't really used that since 15. Anyways, getting back into some more agriculture, different map. Last time I live streamed, I think I was doing logging or something on the default map. This is Bedford County. It's a private map by CWJ. Just a 1x map that you can farm by yourself or, you know, hire workers and stuff like that. Be a good map to use courseplay on. I really haven't spent that much time in these new challengers because they kind of have some funny handling. I'm not a huge fan of how they handle the steering. I think we're gonna cut it short here and just do this side of the waterway. I'm not sure if we have enough manure to do both of these corn patches. So Giants released 2 updates since I was gone. It's like 1.4 and 1.44, something like that. So I haven't really got a chance to see any kind of differences or changes. I've downloaded a lot of mods from the Giants website, like Glance and some other things like that. Some manual attaching, realistic fuel consumption and stuff like that. see if we can make it down to this end without running out. Lance is probably one of my favorite script mods in the top left, because it tells you everything. It tells you what field you're in, your speed, and then if you're in multiplayer, it tells where everyone and what everyone's doing. So it's nice to keep an eye on all activity, and a nice and neat, efficient display. Run over here and fill up our spreader. I don't have my track IR hooked up. So I can't really see what I'm doing. Got a full trailer of Manure as well. It's like 50 some odd thousand liters. We have 202 dairy cows, so we're not a massive farm yet, but it's a sizable investment. So it's nice to have a John Deere loader instead of the smaller in-game like JCB and New Holland and Lever and Lizard. And it's nice to have not only a John Deere but a loader that's class up. I was initially going to make the 724, but decided to go for the next chassis size up. This frame is quite a bit heavier than even the 724. This is similar to the 824 and 844. This is like the small frame of where those are at. Anyways, this is the small 700, the 55. Struggles with this gigantic spreader. I have it pinned right now. We're burning through 171 liters an hour. Yeah, my John Deere loader, I started that project back in April of 2014 or 15. I think it was 15. It's been a while. And started getting into logging here. In 17, it needed a bigger loader, so spent some serious hours getting that project up to this point. Still not done. The model is incomplete, but I don't have any plans on releasing it. The amount of manure we put down should count as like 2 fertilization, or like all 3 fertilization stages, but I'm sure it only counts as 1. I know when we plow in the chop straw, that counts as like its own fertilization state. The amount of poo we're putting down should be all the fertilizer you need for a couple of years, a couple of seasons at least. That's a nice field right there. Should lease that one. Oh, and another thing is the bank of, what is it? Hagen stocks or whatever. Saw that was released on Giants Mod Hub, so pick that up. I know in 15 when you would lease a field and you wouldn't renew a lease, it would like delete all of the foliage inside the field boundaries, so kind of curious to see if the issue is still occurring or not. That was one of the downsides. I mean, leasing a field is great, but if you were to add like chop residue or any kind of crop growing in there, it would disappear. But all the empty fields in this game are controlled by a computer unless you own them, so that might be not a big issue if that happens. Should be able to get to the end of this field here. We're at 33%. We picked up a 82 45R with our 2100 9-shank vertical ripper. We're going to be using that. And then we also picked up a 2623 cultivator for seabed prep. We have our DN 345 broadcaster. Can help put down fertilizer with that. A little bit quicker than this manure spreader. recommend we do is I'm gonna run along this headland and burn up the rest of my capacity. Growth status. I wonder what mod that is in the bottom right, that thing, corn harvesting. So the plan with this is to make probably a larger bucket and then some log grapples. Get more use out of it. 'Cause, I mean, this is just kind of like a general purpose utility bucket, construction bucket, whatever you want to call it. It's not a high capacity bucket by any means. This bucket's not as tall as the in-game one, but it's about 50% wider. It's still a fairly large bucket. Yeah, it might be game extension. Nice thing with the game extension mod is when you do your HUD hider, it eliminates that little white bullseye if you're trying to take screenshots. I might try and see if I can dump that trailer of manure in the pit while I'm over here. I believe it was Serious Mods that released this Freightliner. Sounds like it has tractor sounds to it. So can I tip it back? left control I. Apparently it doesn't like that, so we'll unload it over here in this field. I don't know why it doesn't want to unload. It's really weird. Must be something with the tip collision. This reminds me of the soil mod days back in 15. A lot of people didn't like that, the whole soil management. I mean, it's the same people that want to drive a combine through a field at 25 miles an hour, but still. Game gets so boring. Anyways, I heard that there's supposed to be a new DLC coming, the Big Bud DLC, with some larger implements. Apparently like 24 meter working width. So it will be interesting to see if those larger implements have flex and how many wheels and how many components they have. Not sure if he used DM for the elevations on this map or not, but I do like the flow of it. Kind of has a low spot down by those trees. Probably has some like standing water. Not sure if I want to pick that corn or chop it for silage. I'll probably end up chopping it. I haven't done much silage yet. So this will be our last pass in this field. So we're in field 27. I guess that little section up on the left is part of this field too, so we'll finish putting manure over that. Drive over here. Finish up this side. See if I can move this truck and then tip into the bucket. See if that works at all. I wish there was a way that you can leave your engines on so they don't turn off. Is there? No, nothing. See if I can clean up this mess. if I can. Tip it through that little chute. We're at green door. Well, that works. Only for a little bit. Why does it stop? That's my question. I think my toggle crosshairs. Oh, this is cool. Show crop status on screen. Oh, this is cool. So this is a game extension, I believe. More poo! definitely going to be an awkward field to plant and harvest. So there's a couple other mods that I installed. It's like optional fertilization and pro seed or something like that. So I'm kind of curious to see what those are. I'm sure it has to do with planting. I like this realistic fuel usage display. It just show you when you're just burning through liters of diesel. Not sure how realistic it is, but it's a little different. It's kind of interesting when you don't put up a video in 2 months, the kind of messages you get. Apparently people think you're dead or ran away. Done with our manure. Gonna have to decide on what kind of smaller tractor we're gonna get with a mower. We might get the Haybine and maybe like a 6R or something. We bought a 8R. You can use that for just about everything, really. Planting, tillage, ripping. So we're done with our spreader for now. I have a manual attaching, so I'll have to unhook that. I really like that mod where you have to actually come out of the cab and manually attach. Detach. So this guy will go back over to our DN. This is filled with fertilizer. I just recently converted this from my 15's mods folder. That's hooked up. Turn that off. I'm gonna see if I can empty out the rest of this trailer. That we can get that out of the way. And maybe do a little bit of ripping. We got a little over 3 more bucket loads. Left in this trailer, I think. I wish the tip collision piles were a little bit more forgiving. You know, they're a little bit more mushy, not so rigid, but you know, if you had this large of a loader going in a pile of manure, it wouldn't jump around like it was driving on rocks. So with a full bucket, can I move anything? Nope. So we still have a pretty decent amount of manure. I'm sure we have quite a bit of liquid too, wherever that's supposed to be. Should be getting close to no more. We had like 200. Should be able to just back this trailer and then with that. See if we can back this up. And we're empty. I feel like we're sitting really far back. So where should I park this truck? Oh, looks like our cows are messy. Assuming these are commodity bins. Alright, so we have our truck here. Hop in our truck and drive over. ripping rig. Because these, you click and they open. That's cool. What does this one do? I don't know what this do. What is this? What can I do with this? What's it saying? Grab. What can I pick up? What am I picking up? Pick up object. Is this saying like I'm trying to pick up the tractor? Doesn't make any sense. Pick up object. Apparently it wants me to pick up this tractor. Or is there something here? What am I hitting? I'm hitting something. This is a very nice textured AR. I think we'll just work our way into the field here. I wonder if we'll be able to go diagonally. Yep, perfect. Add this 82 to the floor. Oh, that implement scheme on this is kind of backwards. I mean, the detail on this is really good. You can see the whole shifting mechanism. You can see the steering cylinder that's going left and right. For whatever reason on my 6R it doesn't work. So I'll have to see how they did that. You can see the drive shafts working. Really impressive tractor. So if we look at our map, we should be getting looks like we're already, it's either light blue or dark. It looks like it's light blue. So between the chopped corn residue and our manure, we're getting 2 stages of fertilizer. This is a 8245, so it's not the biggest one, obviously, and it's struggling with this ripper. Really should be having something with at least 300 horses on it. But you can always upgrade the engine. I'm going to do this section and then work my way back to the middle. The sounds on this are a lot louder than my other machinery, so I think the levels need to be adjusted for the sounds on this. Gonna have to finish up my corn planter. I like to make a 16 row planter. 24 is okay. I like to have something a little different though. Something a little bit smaller. Might reduce my cruise control down to like 6. That way I don't have to touch the throttle. Like you can even see the now it's in neutral, now it's forward. When I hit the space bar, it will say reverse. That's cool. I've never seen that before on the digital display. It's got the RPMs there, so. Very good job with this tractor. So this ripper pulls hard. I can honestly hook it up to the Challenger. I think that has a little bit more horsepower than the 82. Anyways, I'm coming up to an hour streaming, so I think I'll end the stream here and pick it up some other time. So thanks for watching.